that there's not a lot that you can do with your life because people don't talk about the American dream no more. And a lot of these youth are running around because they have nothing to do and they feel like they have nothing to live for. A lot of youth nowadays, if they're not educational elites into sports or play video games all day long, they have nothing to do. And when they find something to do, it just so happens to be negative and infamous and not inside of their favor, and they learn wrong before they learn right, and then they get stuck inside of wrong, and they get trapped inside of the environment of which they come from and of which surrounds them. And I feel like the only way that we can help our youth is by letting them know that we care about them, bringing more things to Owensboro that's family oriented, that actually support our youth. I asked different people inside of the city government, I'm like, what do you think about what do we have here for the youth? And they're always like, oh, we got Smothers Park and stuff like that. And they always start talking about how they're criminals and this and that. But I'm like, all youth actually isn't even trouble. So what about the youth that isn't even trouble? What about the youth who actually do go to school, do what they're supposed to do, who do treat their parents with respect and treat their neighbors and the people around them and love their community? What about them individuals? What do we got for them to do? How come inside of Evansville you got Chuck E. Cheese, you got Gaddytown, you got Airsoft Wars, you got all of this other stuff? We are the fourth biggest city inside of Kentucky. We need to start acting like the fourth biggest city inside of Kentucky and give our people something to stay here for, give our youth something to live for, because right now they're living to die. And that's what I really am scared of. A lot of people talk about gun violence, and I'm like, I'm thinking about people violence, because people hurt people with guns. Guns don't hurt people by themselves. So there's a lack of education and there's a lack of awareness on what our youth actually go through on the given day. And even whenever they are finally caught, if you catch them at the right time, they'll catch them at the right time and they'll send them off. Okay, but where do they send them? They send them to a place like Warren Regional Juvenile Detention Center, who mistreats their juvenile inside the facility, who treats them horribly, who sits there and secludes them and isolates the people inside there for months at a time. And it's just straight horrible. They make you stare at a brick wall. They teach you no program. There's no program implemented. You can't even move your eyes inside the facility that they send our children to. And then whenever they get back out with nothing but hate inside their heart and hate for the government that sent them to that horrible place, people ask themselves, why are they still doing this? Maybe because they're not sending them anywhere to get help, and they're not doing anything that makes them even want to be alive at that age. So thought I'd say that because, you know, there's an individual that goes by the name of Black. He was shot in the middle of the street. Jasper Trey Brown was shot at a local party. You got Andres Lopez, who was shot in the middle of the street, all shot and killed. And then that's not even where it ends. We got the drug problem. So yeah, so there's a lot that needs to be done with the youth, and I'm ready to do everything that I can to at least make a positive impact. At least if I can save one person, and I'm inside of one person's memoir whenever they pass away, if I'm already dead by then and they pass away, and inside of their testimony they put Titus Willis helped me and saved me, then I lived for something, and I can sleep at night as long as I can just save one person who has went through what I went through growing up as a juvenile here at Owensboro, Kentucky. So I lost friends and loved ones, and that's why I do this.